If the civil war in Bosnia is not stopped, the greatest fear is that it will spread throughout the Balkans. 90% of those who live in the Serbian province of Kosovo are ethnic Albanian, and there is increasing tension along the border. A dozen Albanians have been killed by Serbian border guards in the past week.
A military parade to celebrate the 80th anniversary of Albania's independence. Yet these experienced paramilitary intelligence officers and mountain guards account for only a fraction of the Albanian army. In all, the Balkan nation can count on a force of just 35,000 men. Most of these either conscripts or reservists. The country's former Stalinist dictator Enver Hoxha built 800,000 pillboxes as a defence against an imagined invasion from the West. Had half the money been spent on proper military hardware, Albania would now be in a better position to repel any real attack. We asked to see what armour Albania could call on were the Yugoslav conflict to spill across the border with the Serbian province of Kosovo, thus sparking off what the West fears, a much wider Balkans war. When the covers came off, the desperate state of the country's defences was all too evident. Russian T-34 tanks still bearing the scars of battle from the Second World War, and Chinese variants of 1950s vintage hidden in tunnels in the hillsides. A practice alert at the border post of Morina posed even more serious questions about Albania's defensive capabilities. Starved of modern equipment, these are the anti-tank guns the young conscripts would have to rely on. 25 kilometres on the other side of the border, the Serbs have an armour brigade of 211 tanks and 4,500 men. The country's president, who's adopted a policy of restraint in the Balkans crisis, insists morale is high.
Albanians are not prepared to attack and are not willing to attack no one, but are quite well prepared psychologically and in many aspects to resist by any means.
But given the inadequacies of its armour and the inexperience of its men, if attacked, Albania may be forced to look to its traditional defences, its mountains. Bill Hamilton, BBC News, on the Albania-Kosovo border.